Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm creating this hot red orange lip with a nude glam. I don't know, for summer I love using the red orange lipstick with a soft glam eye. And we're going to be going into the Norvina and Anastasia Volume 4 palette. The first eyeshadow I'm going to start using for my transition in my crease is going to be D1. You want to softly pack that in the outer corner and then start blending it in all the way towards your inner corner. The eyeshadows I'm using today from this palette I've never used before, I've never played with, so it's interesting to see how this formula would work, if it's the same as their other palettes, the smaller 14 pan ones. What I'm noticing is that it is pigmented like Anastasia shadows usually are, but I see that they're more firmly pressed, and you can tell a little bit by the way they're applying, which is not a bad thing. So far it's blending out. Taking a clean blending brush and blending out the edges. Anytime you want it to be easier to blend, just take a clean brush and blend over the edges. Repeat the same steps on the other eye. For the bottom lash line, I'm using B5. I want to keep this very neutral, and this eyeshadow is a very cool tone brown. I don't want to add black on today's look because that can take it up a few notches very easily, so we're going to keep this on the neutral and brown side. And then remember to blend your lower lash line into your outer corner so that it's not a harsh separation there. To blend out that shade, I'm using a little bit of A4. And again, going back with my clean brush to blend out any harsh edges. Remember that when you're blending eyeshadow, you just repeat the same steps back and forth until you get your desired look. So just keep using your brushes back and forth and your eyeshadows back and forth. We're going in with B3 and A4 to keep blending out that outer edge and keep adding some depth and dimension. So once you have your eyes matched up, you're gonna prep your eyelid. We're just really doing the first part of the inner corner, mainly like 1/3 or 1/2 of the eye. I don't want a perfect cut crease, so I'm not using concealer, but I just want a nice base for my shimmer. I'm starting with the shimmer A5, and I'm just pressing that with a very big lid brush And I'm just pressing that on the glitter primer that I used. Since I don't want it to be super cut crease, I'm just blending it into that transition color in my crease. Start packing on that shimmer on the other eye as well. Remember, when you pack, you want to press first, because if you swipe, you risk picking up a lot of product off of your eye instead of packing it on. To make that inner corner pop a little more, we're going to take some B1. That's a really gorgeous golden champagne shimmer. To blend out that shimmer into the matte, we're going to take D5, which is a warm tone orangey brown. We're going to do the outer corner angled into the shimmer. And then you want to take that all the way into the inner corner. Try to keep it as close to the lash line as possible. And we want to keep diagonally angled and blended into the shimmer because it lets us keep that lifted effect. And we love that effect for the eyes, so love that for us. Going back with B5 eyeshadow, I'm gonna start adding that a little bit more on the outer corner to blend in with my lower lash line. And then just a tiny bit into the crease so we can get that defined a little bit more. So anytime you add shimmer and you feel like your definition was lost, just go back in with the same eyeshadows you used and very lightly start blending it into your inner corner so that you can keep your crease a little bit defined and blended as well. Here I'm just repeating the steps until I get the gradient lightest to darkest on the outer corner. If you lose a bit of that shimmer, you can always go back and add it. For the liner, I know I said I wasn't adding black, but technically I'm not. I'm just using this as a base. You can use any black eyeliner or any black gel liner. And this is gonna make the B5 that I'm adding on more opaque. I know it's looking a little bit ashy, but just bear with me. I'm really gonna pack and press the color on because again, I don't want the black to be showing up. And here you want to keep the liner very close to your inner corner lash line and then angle it up and out. And then just very quickly before it dries, you want to press that eyeshadow onto the liner so it can cover it all up. And see how it turns it into a more toned down liner instead of just a harsh black line. You can definitely skip the liner and just use a dark eyeshadow, but I like this because it gives me more definition. Notice how I just did half and then pressed on the eyeshadow quickly, and then I finished with the other half of the inner corner. And then press on my eyeshadow quickly there too, because if I were to do the whole line, it's gonna dry too quick and not adhere the eyeshadow on. It'll look a little bit crazy and patchy, so we don't want that. And you can use this technique with any eyeshadow to make it more opaque and a little more dark. To deepen up the outer corners where we want more concentrated product, I'm using E4 and B2. These are more of raspberry maroon toned colors. This helps to deepen and add dimension to the outer corner where we want most of the impact to be. And then with the clean brush, just go ahead and continue to fluff and blend out the edges. The bottom lash line, we just want to touch up that B5 we added. Want to prep your lashes by curling them and adding whichever preferred mascara you want before adding our Kiss Products wispy lashes. These are very wispy and natural, but they are still a little bit long, so they still give you that pop of definition on your eyelashes. And I love how it looks with this soft glam look. For foundation, I just use a tad bit of the Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. Not even a pump, I just tapped little dots on my cheeks and my forehead and blended that out with a brush. And this is because I like to use less product on the face, especially when I'm doing cream contour and brightening my concealer, because I know that's going to add more product. I'm using the e.l.f. cream contour palette, but if you want details on all the products, definitely check out my post I'll be leaving on Instagram so that you don't miss out on the products. As usual, I apply my cream products on with a brush and then I go in and blend them and press them in with the sponge. That way it picks up any excess product and helps blend the edges into your face so they're not as harsh. For bronzing and contouring, remember we want to add contour to the hollows of our face, basically the areas where we want to deepen our hollows. This is what contouring is for. We want to stand out our bone structure. And then once you highlight, it's to make areas of your face stand out. So the areas that would naturally get light. And blush and bronzer are to just give your face a more warm and rosy feel so that you can just look more lively, sun-kissed and rosy. For concealer to brighten your face, you want to get the Don't Foot and put the product on a metal palette or plastic palette. And then with a separate brush, I like to dab it on the areas of my face where I need it. That way you're not using excessive product. And then again, go in and blend it with your sponge. For smaller areas and under the eyes, I do prefer the Small Miracle sponges because they truly work wonders. I have to say this is one of my favorite go-to looks when doing makeup on clients, because sometimes clients are not used to wearing that much makeup and they want to look glam but not too crazy, or they don't want to feel inadequate since they, are not used to it. So this is a soft glam but still gives that pop and definition to your eyes. And if they want a nude lip closer to their natural color, then you can definitely do that. I do that a lot with my clients, but in this case, I have been wanting to do this red orange lipstick. I think it's so fun for summertime. I'm gonna add more bronzer and contour and powder. I know what you're thinking. Goodness, you already have a lot on. But when I have a more simple eye look, I don't know, it just is my safe zone, my safe place to add more bronzer and more contour. I definitely get heavy-handed with it, but you don't have to. It's just a preference. I just think it makes my more toned down eyes look more glam. I don't know. I don't know why I think more bronzer and more contour equal more glam. That's not really the case. It's just me, a preference. I like to apply these products in pressing motions and slightly blending afterwards. For blush, you just want to apply it over all the areas where you added bronzer. That's the way I prefer to do it, so it doesn't just look like your cheeks are red or orange or blushed or bronze. It's just your areas where the sun naturally hits. And if you're new to my channel, for my highlight, most of the time on the center of my face, meaning my cheeks, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my inner corner of my eyes, I like to do with the more precise and dense brush. I feel like it gives that highlight and pop where it needs to be in a more precise way. Then for my forehead and my chin, or to blend out the rest of my highlight, I use a fluffier brush. And we all know I can't do makeup without adding extra highlight in the inner corner of my eyes. I cannot complete any makeup look without this. And most of the time I use the same one as I used all over my face. So for the hot red orange lip, I got this Maybelline Superstay Crayon lipstick, and in the packaging the exterior looks super bright red orange, but when you're putting it on it's not that much brighter. It looks almost like a regular red, but it is a little bit orange. I use that as an outline and base for the next one I'm gonna top it off with. To give that red orange pop, I'm using the Liquid Set lipstick from Melt Cosmetics. It's their shade Monarca and it's stunning. I wish I could wear this by itself and show you the true bright orange it is, but I wasn't bold enough or brave enough today, so you're just getting this color mixed in. It is such a stunning color. I've been using this Wet n Wild natural finish setting spray and I really like it. It's very affordable and it looks nice. And don't forget to press all over the areas where you added the highlight to blend in and melt that powder down. I've been liking applying mascara after my setting spray dries so that way it doesn't give me any transfer or smudges, but don't forget to add mascara for definition on your lashes. I almost forgot, but since we're not using any brown and this is a more natural glam, to make the eyes pop even more, use a nude color liner on your eyes. That's it for today's look. I really loved how it came out. I hope you did too. Don't forget to subscribe and share. I'll see you in my next video.